This is NEA number 2, and today we're going to talk about the authentication system in Agora. So first of all, this is a simple diagram of how the password and credentials are checked on the database to display how cryptography works, right? So if the client types 1 and 123, you're going to see that actually never the password is saved as 123, not even on the server, not even on the database. Only the client knows his password. As soon as he types his password for the server, what the server receives from the client is the encrypted version of this password, right? So we use cryptography, actually a hash algorithm called SHA-256, to transform this password into a hash. And that's what we save. And the beauty of this hash is that we do not know how to decrypt it. We do not know, given this hash A66 blah blah blah, how to get the raw original password 123. We only know how to encrypt it. We only know the encryption direction, right? So we save this encrypted version on the database. We can see here Luan A66 blah blah blah. And whenever the client tries to log in, all we need to do is to check if the encrypted version of what he typed is equal to what we have saved, because it's unique, right? Every hash belongs to a unique password. So this is it. All the server has to do is check what the client gives him to what he has on the database. And we can see a display of this SHA-256 diagram, encryption algorithm, sorry, on this website here. So whatever you type here, he shows how it is the encrypted version of it. And you never know with the hash the original input, right? It's just a matter of display. And we can see it live on Agora here. I'm on the login page, but first of all, I'm gonna change the scene so that we can see the dev tools, the browser dev tools, right? We're here on network. So let's say I try a fake login, right? ABC123, like that song from Michael Jackson as a kid, I guess. Here it is. So we can see here the payload, HTTP payload that sends to the server. And we can see that the login is ABC and the password is A66 blah blah blah. So even if someone on my Wi-Fi or anyhow were able to grasp this information and know that I was sending a payload with my login and password, he'll never know my original password. He'll only know the encrypted version of it, right? And as you can see, we can only know that this is 123 because we have already seen that by typing 123, we've obtained this. Otherwise, we would never know. If I typed a different password here, you would never be able to guess what is the original password, right? Okay, now that we're done with the password scheme, let's talk about the JWT tokens. That is, okay, once we log in, how do we keep authenticated, right? So if we go here to the application, we can see that we have this local storage part. Actually, I have a lot of different storages on the client side, but I've chosen to use the local storage. Maybe we can talk about this choice afterwards, right? And right now we don't have anything. Let me log in. Oh, sorry. Let me log in here. And once I log in, again, the funny part is that even if I showed you the payload here with the password, you would never know what originates this payload, right? Here we have a token that is saved on the client's browser. And this token is a JWT token, okay? If we come here to their website and paste it here, we can see the 3 segments of this token. The first is the algorithm used. It's not that important, it's just the algorithm of choice, right? The purple one, the middle one, is where the juice is had, all the payload information. So my login to check who am I, my role, which is an admin, and those timestamps not before, expired at, and issued at time, And we can see here that the expiration time was set to be 1 day after, but this is a library feature, right? We can choose to be differently. And finally, the verify signature, which is where if you have the secret key that only the server knows, that is, you can generate whatever token you want. So to generate a token like that, you need a secret that only the server knows. So only the server is able to generate those JWT tokens. Let's imagine that I were a smarty guy and I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna corrupt this data saying that I'm a super admin, okay? And you can see that as soon as I type here on the right, it changes the token for me. So if I were to grab this token, this corrupted token, put on my local storage, because of course this is from my side, I can do whatever I want on my side, right? I change it here, right? I paste it here, and then I'm gonna reload the website. What do you think it's gonna happen? Well, of course, the server is gonna know that this token is corrupted because the encryption is not gonna be correct, because we have a your 256-bit secret here and not the correct secret. So this encryption algorithm, this blue part, is definitely gonna be wrong. And then once we refresh, we're gonna get lots of errors saying, sorry, something is wrong. And it's gonna redirect us to the login page. And actually it's even gonna delete the token because he knew the token was wrong. It could be expired. It's not that I need to be someone evil trying to hack in, right? It could be only be expired. But that's its basic behavior. And I think there's not much more to talk about. Thanks.